All right, we're all discombobulated here, so welcome into the fantastic stream that I feel like I'm just throwing together last second, which I probably am. So it's all good. Trying to figure out where I was last time.
Yeah, that's still happy. Clearly, like
Okay, definitely did not do that. All right. Also, this looks like we're working on the. Well, we'll be working at some point in time. We'll be working on the ticket booth. I don't have no idea what that is. I ain't built that yet. Where in the world am I at in these instructions? Ah, here we go. I remember this. This was the whole cluster where we had to put the freaking wires behind that freaking thing there. Okay, I know where I'm at now. What a cluster that was. All right, so there I am. I'm on number 256. At some point in time, you'll be working on all of it. You're not wrong. I don't know if you're right, but you're not wrong. Oh, it's so discombobulated. Well, and I wasn't thinking about it either, so I went and I grabbed the buckets from Book because she had used them in her stream, her 24-hour stream a couple weeks ago. And I didn't think about it, but when I had finished my stream to get those buckets ready, I just dumped them into the box. So then I opened the box and went, crap, I gotta sort these real quick. And then I got everything situated. I was getting ready to, bring up my menu, and I was like, oh crap, I don't have the instructions up. And then she's like, well, did you bookmark them? I'm like, no, but I think I downloaded them. And I did. I had downloaded them, so it didn't take me long to find them. But then, of course, trying to remember where I was at. I thought I was on page 198, but I'm actually on 174. So I was 24 pages off. Oh, you're right. How dare I question your correctness? I question everything. I don't take anything for face value. All right. So, oh, I know I had mentioned last time that I wasn't going to be streaming until this coming Friday, I think. Um, I completely forgot about today. Uh, Plus, there was some talk about having to travel today for work, and because we have a class tomorrow down in Louisiana, but turns out the class is like 3 hours away. So we're just gonna get up stupid early, and we're gonna drive down tomorrow morning, do the class, and then drive back. So that's gonna be like a 14, 15 hour day. Uh, and I need 23 hours, I think it is, to get my 80 hours for the 2 weeks. So 17 of those, or 14 of the 15 of those, or whatever, will be tomorrow. Then I have like 7 or 8 hours left that I have to do sometime this week. And I was going to just, take sick leave and be like, I'm sick of this for now. I'm going to just take sick leave. But then I got a text right before lunch saying that we have an exercise on Thursday. So I'm doing that. Anyway, hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I said good lunch, but hopefully you had a good lunch too. If you've had lunch, if you haven't had lunch yet, hopefully you have a good lunch coming up, or dinner, supper, tea, whatever. So I played some American Truck Sim this morning for about 3 hours. Got my truck from Harrison, Arkansas to Little Rock, Arkansas, down to Corpus Christi, Texas, and then over to Stockton, California. So that was fun. Oh, I've already set aside the bags for today once we get through the bags from last time, which means we need to get busy because we got these to do and 2 more bags. So, gotta get crack-a-lacking. Don't know you. See who you are. Probably just spam. Well, considering my screen call didn't get to finish what it was saying, spam. Yeah, so I have no idea what's in what bucket right now, so we're just going to have to search. That's all right. Okay. I guess it's in. All right. We need this one. So, Alex, how are you doing today? We need this one for the next step. And how's Joe? Have a good day at school. Forgot what I was looking for. I see it in my brain, but it's not translating to my eyes. Trying to get all the pieces for the next two steps. Nope, that's not it. But let's put that over here because that's a unique piece. Close that one. That's what I was looking for, that piece. That's another unique piece. Over you. Over you. Absolutely shattered. Took Joe to the doctors and they can't find anything wrong with him. Do these doctors have degrees? Have they been to doctor school? They're supposed to, but you're not convinced they do. I mean, from listening to your conversations with Book and your conversations here, I begin to wonder if they do or not.
And now, hello, in your head. Maybe he got it next.
Oh yeah, that went over real well with you. Maybe you're just fat.
Diet and exercise. Have you looked at that lately? I'm pretty sure when you're not my office.
Oh.
Because I have to see
That's probably the one saving grace about going to the military doctors was go to patient advocacy. But who knows if it actually works?
Well, that one guy, I'm pretty sure I was talking to. After that thing in the file happened. Basically, anytime I asked for anything, they were like, "Fine, you can have that."
Listen, there it is. These should go to there. Well, I mean, I did have that one doctor who, him and I got into a little standoff in his office, and we were no longer patient and doctor. We were sergeant and captain. And I'm pretty sure they just about took me out of there in handcuffs because I had clenched my fists and he thought I was going to strike him. Which I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, more than one. I told them, "What's your?" Last time, I'm not. I think you're being.
No, but you can still get in trouble for attacking a
But
doctor.
know, you know, so and so.
That's what I'm looking for.
You were good. Get out.
That's always the big joke when it comes to military doctors, and it might be true, but they the only reason they're military doctors is because they can't get a private practice because they're not good doctors. You're falling asleep. Man, I thought that this conversation was riveting. We'll go take a nappy nap.
Yeah, Joe's probably.
We'll tell Joe to hurry up. Hurry up. Need that. Yeah. I got a texted message from who? Well, rude phone. Web page not available. I wasn't even trying to get on a web page. Oh my gosh. Wipe away. Hang on. My coworker's asking what time I'm gonna pick him up tomorrow. I will either 4:30 or 5. I can't remember which, but I'll look it up when I get done with my stream here. You got to remember uh, how long the trip is. You're on planet zero, live like no tomorrow. I see you, feeling all you, baby. Alex, if you do decide to take a little nappy nap, make sure to set an alarm so you can put Joe to bed later. So there's this documentary on Netflix right now called Katrina, and I watched the first 2 episodes, and I got kind of tired of the last episode, the third episode. Uh, so in the first couple of episodes, they're talking about how the lead up to Katrina, what happened during the hurricane, stuff like that, and uh, they had a bunch of the people that were in leadership and stuff that were in charge of the rescue efforts. They were there as well, and of course, people were complaining that the government wasn't there fast enough, yada yada yada. And I get it, when you're in need of help and you really don't have anywhere to go to get help, you're kind of dependent on the government for it. You want the government to be there. I get it. Uh, but they started throwing, the race card around and stuff, and I'm sure there was some racist stuff going on. But it wasn't that the government was refusing to help. There's certain things that have to take place. Don't get me wrong. I understand their plight, and I even sympathize with them because, everybody was like, oh man, the government sucks. They did this horrible thing. And, I was one of those until I got into emergency management, where I'm now, dealing with stuff like that. And it's like, oh, well, now I see the other side of the story. It's not that the government doesn't want to help, there's just hoops that the government has to jump through to send help. Like, first and foremost, the state of Louisiana has to ask the federal government to come in and help. What's up, Devin? And we're going around right now. We're doing our huh? No. We're going around doing earthquake stuff, and with that, we've been telling people, hey, prepare to be on your own for the first 72 hours after the earthquake. There's not going to be any help for the first 72 hours. And of course, that sounds, callous and, uncaring, but the point of it is, we're not going to be able to get in there. I mean, yes, we're going to do our best to get in there. We got, helicopters and stuff like that to try and hopefully get in there as quickly as possible. But, we might not be able to. It depends on how bad the earthquake is. So we just tell everybody, hey, be prepared to be on your own for at least the first 72 hours. Because we got to check the bridges because we can't bring in heavy equipment across bridges that are not stable. So we got to inspect the bridges. Those bridges, it's going to take at least 3 days to get the bridges inspected that we need to inspect so that we can get in there. And then we still got to, get the stuff in there. So, like I said, you're looking at a minimum of 72 hours. And I think I'm missing a piece. Nope, it's over here. But of course, in your time of need, you don't want to hear, hey, you're going to have to wait. Hey, it's Trail. Yeah, you're not going to want to sit there and have to hear that you have to wait X number of hours or days to get help. You want help right now. And that's understandable. And of course, the big joke always is, "Hi, I'm here from the government. I'm here to help." That's a big joke. But unfortunately, that's the truth of it. Is it just takes a minute to get the forces in there, especially when you're talking about the earthquake. Because you don't know when an earthquake's going to happen. There's no build up to it. Like, the earth's giving a little shaky shake. We better start prepping. No, there's just a hello, along with all the aftershocks. Which is another thing. After each of the aftershocks, we then have to go and re-inspect those bridges, depending upon, how bad the aftershock was. Which then, of course, will delay response even more, which is going to piss more people off. But there's a saying that we have in the first responder world. It is, you can't help someone if you become a victim yourself. So, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's why you won't see, or you shouldn't see, firefighters running on a fire ground. Because if they trip, fall, get injured, now they're no longer of help. And then additionally, now they got to take resources away from the fire to now help that firefighter that fell down. So. Sorry, that's my little TED Talk / rant. I mean, living in the South here, I've been victim of tornadoes and stuff in the past. I know it sucks. I mean, I got really pissed off during the March 1st tornadoes of 2000 or 99, whenever it was. Because where we were at the time, I was helping my grandparents. They were in a more rural, poor area. And there was the thought that, they didn't really care about those people because, one, there's not very many people there. And two, we just didn't really see the resources come in like we saw at other places. For example, Uh, we had the Red Cross show up one day. Now, mind you, there was no power, no gas, no water in this area where my grandparents lived for 2 weeks. The Red Cross showed up on the second day, so right after the tornadoes. They showed up, gave us all lunch, and then we never saw them again. So, of course, there was a thought that they don't care because they showed up one day, delivered stuff, and left. But now that I'm in emergency management, I understand their thought process is they got to go where they can do the greatest good. You know, if 100 people suffer so you can help five, or five people suffer so you can help 100, which one are you going to do? You're going to help the 100. And it sucks that it's like that. But when you have a limited amount of resources, you have to prioritize where those resources will do the most good, because those resources run out. Um, like our search and rescue teams. We only have so many search and rescue teams, and once they're tired and can no longer work anymore, we don't have them anymore. So, are we going to use them on wood frame buildings that firefighters can search, or are we going to use them in concrete structures where their heavy equipment will be better utilized? We're going to put them where their heavy equipment can be better utilized. That's what we're going to do. But of course, people don't want to hear that they're lower on the totem pole. But that also being said, more often than not, those people that are out in the country, in the rural areas and stuff like that, they are more self sufficient than the people that live in the city. I missed something. Missed it there. Okay. But of course, also as a decision maker on trying to figure out where resources go and stuff like that, it sucks because you got to send this resource somewhere, and people are going to be upset because you didn't send it where they thought it should have been sent. And people are going to question your decision making and your thought process and stuff like that. Now, the last episode of the Katrina thing was just really everybody griping and complaining that the government's racist and stuff like that, which, there were some things that they brought up that I was like, you know what, that's kind of shitty. And it is possible that there was a concerted effort to do certain things. Do I believe that it was targeted? Not necessarily. But I do believe people felt that way, and they had every right to feel that way. But Katrina was a whole cluster in and of itself. Yeah.
Very good.
There was even people in the thing saying that they believed that the levees were blown to flood the area. I don't agree with that, but I will admit I did a lot of research on Katrina for one of my case studies in college for my emergency management degree. And one of the biggest issue with the levees was when they were built, they were supposed to be 17 feet tall. And at the time, that was thought to, I think the highest storm surge was like 15 feet. The thought process was 17 feet would be plenty. The problem was all those levees were built on sand and silt. So over the years, the levees actually sank. They settled and everything, and they actually sank. And they were actually 2 feet shorter than they were designed to be, which meant that they were 15 feet instead of 17. But not that 17 would have mattered too much with a 20-foot surge. What would have mattered would have been how strong those levees were when it came to holding back Lake Pontchartrain and stuff.
Maybe like visual. So like AI.
Yeah.
I don't think they would keep.
Hydraulic test.
Yeah, like I don't think they were keeping up with that.
Yeah.
Because they were actively.
Oh yeah. It's just there was just too much pressure behind them.
Right. I don't think they were keeping up with tests like that to study how structure. Had that been the they might.
But a lot of the people, though, when they were talking about the rebuilding and everything, they were upset because they weren't able to rebuild. And here's
Like put a building back in the hurricane's path. How many times did that once build and keep just lower 5 fucking feet?
anyway. So they were upset that they weren't being allowed to rebuild. And the thing is, when there are consistent flooding in areas, typically what will happen is the municipality or the county or whoever will then purchase that land, and then they will basically make it a spillover or something along those lines where people aren't there, so it doesn't really matter if it floods. Like they'll turn into a park. You know, if the park floods, oh well, the park floods. The swing set's not going anywhere. You know, and that kind of stuff happens. And I think that's probably what the city was wanting to do, because, as I mentioned in the documentary, that those areas flooded all the time. And so it's like, why would you want to keep living there if it keeps flooding, other than the simple fact that That's really the only place you can live because there's nowhere else that you can afford.
Yeah, why they're not gonna let you
So
keep building in the basement if you
and part of
not to mention
mitigation is uh, preventing flood damage. And one way to prevent flood damage, especially in a known floodplain, is to have the municipality purchase that area and then turn it into some kind of mitigation thing. So, like a park. Which, yes, I get they wanted to move back and, be homeowners and stuff again. But sometimes it's best to just not move back. There's a issue right now. Well, I shouldn't say right now. There was a couple years ago when I was doing my research. But there's a Native American tribe that they're upset because Louisiana is building some flood control devices to prevent encroachment of the sea on New Orleans. The problem is the Native American tribe, their land is actually outside the levees that they're building to stop the seawater from coming in, which means eventually their entire community is going to be underwater. But I understand part of their view as well is that's kind of where us white people forced them to go. And now we're taking it away from them again in order for, flood abatement. But at the same time, it's flooding. So
the thing is like you're not gonna get any new house built there would need flood insurance. How would you would be like in debt fixing replacing?
that there.
I don't understand why they're upset. They're like, life I just at the same time.
There. That goes there. All right.
Oh really?
That's weird that I put one block there and then a 6, and then over here we did a 4 and a 3. Could just give me an extra 4 and a 3. Reason why we're doing it that way. Oh, nice. I didn't notice this. It's got the holes in the side here so we can actually join it to other buildings, like the modular stuff. That's going to be cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 6x8.
If you look at the one behind you that's next to you, the water matches up. And they're two.
Oh, that one. That one. That. All right. Pretty sure this is Beartooth. I'm wearing a Beartooth shirt. We need that piece there. All in all, though, the documentary was a good documentary. I guess because I see things from a different perspective. I didn't agree with some of the stuff that the citizens were saying, but I understand where they were coming from because I've been in their situation. And it sucks. I'm pretty sure my grandparents didn't get any help for at least the 2 weeks it took to get the power and stuff restored. But that's because there was more damage in the downtown area. And like I said, rural people are way more self sufficient. A lot of them have wells, so even if people around them don't have water, they do. Same with their septic tank. Their septic tank is going to work regardless because it doesn't really require power. That's one of the advantages of having a septic tank over having city sewer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not saying that the city sewer is not going to work. What's not going to work is the sewage treatment plants. And when your sewage treatment plant is no longer working, eventually your sewers back up. And then you no longer have sewer. Whereas with a septic tank, it's your house, only your house. Your septic tanks are usually built for, depending upon, your requirements. So, if you get a septic tank for a family of 4, I think you can get like I want to say it's a 10,000 gallon tank for a family of 4 will last 3 years, I think, 2 years or 3 years without needing to be maintained. And then if you build it correctly, that it kind of takes care of itself. One of my buddies is a that's not the right piece. One of my buddies used to work in the water industry. I was picking his brain one time about it because one of the houses we were looking at when we were first looking to move down here had a septic tank. But then the septic tank needed to be replaced. That's the only reason why we couldn't buy it, because we couldn't get a VA loan with the thing requiring a septic tank to be put in. Now, had the homeowners put in a septic tank, we probably would have bought it because it was on like 5 acres of land, had like a 2-acre pond. I mean, it was a nice piece of land. Just wasn't in the cards. But I got to learn a lot about it. What you want to do with a septic tank is, well, I should say, what some people do with a septic tank is they will, once they get it in the ground, they do their distribution line. They'll send 1 or maybe 2 lines out, and they'll send them both in the same direction. Well, eventually what happens is those distribution lines get clogged, and you have to either clean them out or you can wait for them to be cleaned out by nature, which usually takes, about 6 months. Well, you can't not use your septic tank for 6 months. So the best thing to do is to do 4 distribution pipes and send 2 out one direction and 2 out another direction. And then what you do is you set your distribution box to do one or the other. And then so you'll set it to one side, and when that side starts backing up, you'll change it to the other side. And then what'll happen is inside the septic tank they have anabolic bacteria breaks down most of it. But to get the rest of the sludge and stuff has to be anabolic, which is going to require oxygen. So when you shut off that distribution line and go to the other one, it's now no longer pushing sludge out there, and it can digest the sludge with the aerobic bacteria. And like I said, it takes about 6 months, and then that line's clear. And then when this line clogs up, you just swap it back to the other one. You just keep swapping back and forth. Your distribution lines will never get clogged. So the only thing you'll have to do every once in a while is have your septic tank pumped, because there is some sludge in the septic tank that's never going to come out. You'll have to get that pumped out. They recommend once a year. I go once every 2 years, depending upon how big your septic tank is and how the size of your family and how often you use it. But there we go. We went from Katrina to septic tanks. I'm glad you were able to follow me. And if you weren't able to follow me, hey, we're on a different topic now. I don't know what that topic's going to be, but we can be on a different topic. Way below. Na 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 na. I've learned a lot being in this career field now. All right, so we need to move this. Is what we need to do. All right. We have more room to work over here. Way below, way below, way below. Na, 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 na. There's that. And we'll skip 4, and then we'll do another one. We'll do this dot here. But hopefully everybody's been doing good. I know Wargaming had a plumbing issue at his house, but it looks like everything's going good for him now. I shouldn't say going good, but everything is as close to back to normal as it can be. I don't want to jinx him. This out, where's it going? Oh, it goes right there. There we go. Na, 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 na. I'm sure my talk of septic tanks went ahead and put Alex all the way out now. She was trying not to fall asleep before. I'm sure that talk did not help him. There's that, and that. All right, cool. So we need this piece to go here. Piece to go there. 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 Where does this go? This goes there. All right, so there's that out of the way. Out there, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking at me. That. That. You're looking out for me. I think the biggest issue with Katrina, though, was the U.S. government. So before 9/11, the U.S. government was really good at natural disasters. And then 9/11 came, and that was the whole kit and caboodle right there. It's like, oh my God, we have to change our thought process. No, you don't need to change your thought process. You just need to adjust what you're doing. But instead, it went full-fledged into terrorism. That's the greatest threat to the country. And natural disasters became a afterthought until Katrina came around. And basically it was Mother Nature saying, hey, don't be forgetting about me, bitches. All right, so we got ads that are going to be starting soon. Looks like here in about 13 seconds. I'll stop the build process while ads are going on. If you're a subscriber or you have Turbo, you won't get the ads. But you don't have to. Because like I said, I will stop building for those of you that don't have Turbo or unsubscribed. Wouldn't want y'all to miss out on anything. You might miss out on some chit chat. That's all right. When I play video games, of course, I don't stop video games. So you'll miss out on any content during those. But don't feel obligated to subscribe. Instead, use this time to get up, stretch, use the restroom, get you a drink, get you a snack, something like that. And then we'll see you on the other side of the ads. Again, that is too big. That's what I'm looking for. So it looks like it's the third one. Yeah, that looks right. This one here goes here. And we're in ads, so I will stop building. But I will grab the materials for the next step. So we got that. I am aware that I am an asshole. Right, there's that step. Got this. These two for that step. And then those two. And there'll be that one. That. All right, so we'll put these here. All right, so here's this step. Here's that step. Then that's the step that we're currently on. Oh, and then it wants railroad tracks. But honestly, I'm just like you. Ah! That's awesome. So that's what goes there is the railroad tracks. Oh, okay. I don't know if you can see my screen if you're in ads or not, but the railroad tracks just fits right there. Ooh. Oh, there it is, sure enough. I don't know why I didn't see it. All right, let's scroll back up to the step that we're on. That way, when everybody comes back from ads, we can continue. All right, looks like we're back from ads. All right. So I did cheat a little bit because, like I said, I was gathering parts for the next couple of steps, and I saw coming up was the it wants us to build or put together the two tracks, and I'm sitting there looking at this. I was like, no way! So I put the tracks together, and bam, it fits right there. See, this is where I don't have the wherewithal to build that and then come along and go, hey, this will fit right there. Well, I'm not Lego master. However, though, that is my call sign at work. My call sign at work is now Lego Master. You're already nerdy, so how you going to be nerdy?
That's frankly, I'm tired of guessing.
I've done nerdier shit. I made an Excel spreadsheet for a race car game that I play where I put in all the attributes of the different cars in order to see which car actually has the best power to weight ratio so that I could then assign my driver that car, get the best possible outcome at every single race. So don't talk to me about nerdy shit. I'm a converted jock. I used to be a jock with a little bit of nerddom. I'm a nerd, no jock. Building this makes me want to play my railroad game again. I might play that after I get done with this. I might Play my railroad game. I need to finish up the track. I need to get the gold going so I can start making money hand over fist. The only reason I haven't really been playing it is because I've been trying to 100% schedule 1 because I just have one achievement left. And that achievement is to be worth $10 million, and I'm at 4.5, I think, right now. And then 100%ing the railroad game should be fairly easy. Most of it is building track. Granted, some of the track I've already built before they came out with achievements. But I still have plenty of track that I need to build. So it shouldn't be an issue building the track. But I need to 100% the game. Here we go. Then bring our train station back over. And so where I thought it had the modular connections for other buildings is actually where the railroad track goes. There we go. The railroad track attached now. Bag 7. Where'd I put? There it is. Not very many pieces in bag 7. And it doesn't mention anything about any of the lighting stuff for bag 7. So this should actually go. Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Nope. Nope. I didn't say it. Don't hold it against me. I did not say it. I stopped myself. You hush. Don't you be trying to jinx me any more than I've already jinxed myself. Yeah, but you're the one trying to finish it. Not funny. Shit. Look at this. Desert Junction 13. There we go. All right, so nope, we gotta leave it right here. No! Oh, that was almost bad. Oh, that was almost bad. I know what you're talking about. Oh, oh my god. Oh, cool. They made little buttresses. Need 4 of those. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Our little flying buttresses here. Oh, they're not flying. I just wanted to say it. Okay. That's too low. Uh, breaking down, down. All right, now we got to build some support structures. 12 of these 10 battleship pieces. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? I need those 2, those 2, and those 2. All right. There's that. That. I don't really got the. And we're going to do 6 on each. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, by the way, so during the ad break, I didn't notice it. I guess it happened during my intro, but we'll replay it. Book Love and Builder subscribed for 21 months, so almost 2 years. Woo! Didn't realize I'd been back into Lego streaming that long. Aren't you? That's cool. You're supposed to stay secure. I need a 1x10. That looks like a 1x10. And I need a 1x8. That looks like a 1x8. I need 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. One and 2. All right, so that goes there. 1x8. And the 10. And this goes here. Here, woods. Face the weight of mine. That's neat. I wish it would secure to it so it wouldn't move. Maybe we'll secure it in a later step. That. That. All right, so this here, like so. Here goes like so. This goes there. And then I need this piece, that piece, that. I'm going to take that, that. I'm going to throw this on top. And then this one will go like so. Like little briefcases, luggage cases, something like that. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Welcome in, Carrot. And Raiders. Oh. Whew. No, you're not Jesus. You're also not Crazy Manituka. And I have that clip. You are Carrot. So welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Oh, what in the world happened? Oh, I just put this on. All right, so thank y'all everyone for coming in. Finding your way here from Carrot. I am Crazy Man Tuca, or most people just call me Tuca. Some people call me Crazy, like the wife. Uh, well, yeah, she does call me many things, but a lot of those are not fit for stream. Uh, we are building the Old West train station from Fun Hole or LumiBricks, whichever one you would like to call it. We've already built the Old West freight train, which is over yonder. So when we get this built, we'll combine the two together. Wow, that just duck train. We've quacked our way from ducks to trains, all aboard the Brick Express. Time to trade feathers for wheels as we choo-choo into this Old West masterpiece. Till Graffiti, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just getting over my heart attack. It's all good. Woo! Garrett, how'd um your what was it? Your Jedi duck. Was it a Jedi or was it a Earthquack? Your Star Wars duckies. There we go. Ali, man. Gave me a heart attack. Sith Lord Ducky. There we go. He is going. The wife says Darth Quack. Gotta rework some things. That happens, I guess. Yeah, I must be missing part of the... Or is that one whole piece? Well, that is one whole piece. I feel like it. Okay. I thought I was going to have to put the wanted posters on myself. Yeah, for those that don't know, mainly I build Lego nowadays. I used to be heart attack. Okay, charge to 300 and clear. I used to stream video games. That's how I started, and it's felt more like a job than having any kind of fun. So I had eventually stopped streaming altogether, and then I convinced the wife to get into streaming. So when she built her Legos, it would take her a little bit longer to build them. And then she told me that I should start streaming building my Legos because I had a big backlog and it would force me to actually sit down and build Legos and get through my backlog, which I don't know if it's actually going down.
But I'm gonna start.
You leave my Legos alone. I am building them. Just because I'm not building them at your pace. No.
They're Lego.
No.
Okay.
No. Leave my stuff alone. I said my collection, my backlog is going down. Slowly, but it is going down.
Told you guys.
I do not. How many sets have I built so far? Oh, Sergeant Dingo. I'm going to plead the fifth on the grounds that it may incriminate me. Now, okay, I will take y'all on a little ride, so don't get, motion sick. And mind you, all the ones that I'm going to show you are not all of mine. I mean, they're all mine, but not all of mine. Because I have some at work. All right. Y'all ready? Here we go. All right. Sorry about the light over there. There's the Old West train next to the Mickey Mouse train station. Got a couple steam locomotives over there. Got some more trains. Here, let me turn off that light real quick so that you can see the ones up there. Wow, that turned dark real quick. All right, there we go. So there's the Endurance. That's the ship that I built during my 24-hour endurance stream. Got some more Legos there. The big black steam engines from LumiBricks. I got the International Space Station. I got the Saturn V. Got a big old roller coaster. I have almost every single Speed Champion Gen 1s. And I have all of Gen 2. There was also, I didn't mention it, but there was also a gray plane down there next to the Saturn V. That's the RQ-4B. It's not an official Lego set. It's from, you can get it from Rebrickable. That was my retirement present when I retired from the military. Oh God, 2 years ago now. Holy crap. It's been 2 years. At work, I have the Concorde. I have another train set there. All of the Formula One Gen 2s, well, they're all Gen 2s, but all the Formula One cars are up there at work, along with my B-17 Memphis Belle from LumiBricks, my Lamborghini Countach, the big one, is there, along with my 69 Z28, which is also a big one. All of my food trucks are there. What else was up there? My big F1 car is up there. Teal, let me show you something else. At the request of the wife. There's Book. Say hi, Book. And those are all hers.
Not all of them.
And that's not all of hers, but that is all her Legos. They go all the way down to the floor. These are all hers behind me, too. I have hers as my back display. And it goes all the way up there. And then she has a whole bunch in the living room. She has some in a bookcase in the den. Yeah. We have a problem.
No, because people with problems go to meetings. I refuse to go.
I didn't say we were quitters, because quitters go to meetings. We just have a problem. We've admitted we have a problem. We're just not going to do anything about it. It is a good problem. It keeps the economy going, right?
I'm stimulating the.
All right. So that did not obviously go there. It went over here. And yes, these lights do
It's
light
a
up.
retirement.
It's not a problem. It's a retirement fund. I don't know if it's a retirement fund because I think we're going to give all of our Legos to
Yes,
our.
he talks about inheriting them when you keel over.
So it'll be our children's retirement fund, I guess. Because technically, I'm retired.
Yeah, the first time. Okay.
I'm just working on my second retirement.
Yeah.
Uh, So since we have all these brand new people here, many who probably have never met me, do y'all have any questions for me? I do have channel redeems for questions, but I'm willing to answer any questions that y'all may have. Could be military related, could be fire related, because I used to be a first responder. I was a firefighter and medical first responder. I wasn't an EMT. I put that out there. I was not smart enough to be an EMT, but I knew well enough to put the wet stuff on the red stuff. So, but I do have some funny stories from some runs that I went on. I got some funny military stories. Got some crazy stories, but as far as military wise, I was an IT guy for most of my career. I hated IT, so when I retired, I did not go into IT. I am in emergency management. What am I looking for? And I work for my state's Department of Transportation as an emergency management planner. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Retired and then tired, then retired, then post tired, and Garrett's just tired. Oh, we're over here on this side, huh? See. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Come on. There we go. $92 to ride the train. That's expensive. I mean, as long as you don't take on your grandkids, you should be able to retire from taking care of the kids.
I'm not doing.
Is just Legos or is it other modeling kits? So this kit here is from Funhole or LumiBricks. I don't think I'll fit on this train. You know what? I don't think I will either.
There's like random.
Then I also have Kobe bricks. The one tank I have is from Sluban. Then yeah, the wife has some random Amazon ones, like some of her flowers and stuff. Fun hole, a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, somebody did run that.
Well, it turns out it's a Chinese company. So. But now they're changing to LumiBricks.
Oh, they have.
Because you can't advertise to Americans that you're fun hole and not expect something sexual to come out. We're just a bunch of immature clowns. Now I resemble that remark. Oh, I'm about to bust down another wall. We are a twisted bunch. All right, so we're building 2 more stands like we did earlier. So there's the start of that one. Start of this one. But my biggest collection of Legos is around planes, trains, and automobiles. Legos doesn't really have much in the way of good planes. They had some back in the day, but they're expensive now because they're all retired. I like the more realistic looking planes. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do want to get the I think it's a 747 with the Discovery shuttle, the shuttle carrier. I do want to get that one, though. The front of the aircraft is kind of clunky. The Lego one, the Lego version is. I think Fun Hole has a better 747, but you're not twisted. You're just warped. I don't know about that, Carrot. Book said your carrot grew a little crooked. That's 4, 5, and 6. So I do apologize. Carrot is more family friendly than I am. So there may be some words that come out that might offend some people. You're easily offended. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't know. Wow, I just skipped a whole step. That lasted. Not much in the way of offending people here. Sweet. My kind of people. Blame the heart attack for the skip step. Nah, I'm just gonna blame uh my lack of focus. In a minute, I'll turn this around so you can see the chairs we just put in. Put in these chairs here in this little toolbox slash lunchbox slash luggage, whatever we're going to make that out of. Make that into something or not, I don't know. I don't know anymore. All right. 1, 2, 3. But how's everybody doing today? Know you had some cozy fun over at the Carrot Claret. And it's a beautiful Monday. I think it's a beautiful Monday. I ain't even been outside yet. Well, yeah, I have. I went to lunch. Thank. Yeah. Don't ask me any questions. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm over here. They look, lack of focus. Along comes a hunter with the buckshot low. Bam. Elimination. Lack of focus. I know it's lack of education. I'm not focusing, so therefore it is a lack of focus. I love God is back in. You can't. You just messed up AA, Ron. That's all you did. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, a woodchuck could chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
I hope
The wife just asked how many lows could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows. Well, Rob Lowe could rob as many lows as Rob Lowe could rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows. Hopefully that answered the questions. Your answer is always 4. No, the answer is always 42. Always the answer. 2. What in the world am I listening to now? It's a barrel of honey. Oh, okay. I recognize the song now. And thanks for all the fish. Uh-oh. Fish. I think I messed something. Oh, wrong way. Answer is 42. Yeah, the answer to the universe is 42. There we go. We put our 3 barrels there. Do what? Oh, okay.
I should always agree.
All I know is we have this this little thing in our
On their
kitchen
side.
that mentions that the answer to the universe is 42. That's all I know.
It's been a while.
Right.
Maybe I should-
Much like Monty Python, the Holy Grail. I have 2 of one color and this one. Okay. This. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries. Uh, okay, yeah. These 2 are the same color. Be your everything. There's that. I know I just disappointed everybody not knowing the second line to the of thanks for all the fish. It disappointed everybody. There we go. Just you? Okay, I just disappointed Teal. It's all good. Hey, hey! Time for bag 8. Not to be confused with baguette. I'll see myself out. My wife said, please do. They are children. I don't have to ask questions. All right. And we're doing more lighting. Okay, so I already have bag 2 out for the lighting kit. Looks like we're going to build the roof. Hopefully it's not on fire. Put this over here. Hopefully not destroy while I build the roof. We don't need no water. Let that mother burn. All right, so there's that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 2 of those. All right. A 2x6. 2x6. A 2x3. All right, so we flip this over. It would appear go like this. A these. And then like a these and like a these. Now we need another one of these and these. Wait. Come on. Come on. Work with me, not against me. There we go. Got that all done. For a minute there, I thought I did it backwards. I'm like, wait a minute, it's the same forward and backwards. That. 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 Holding. There we go. Need another. Oh, not that one. 3, 4, 5. No, that's 10. The 1x12. There it is. That. But has everybody been having a good day? I hope so. As good as a Monday can be. But you're one day closer to the weekend. I need another 6x14. Need a 1x10. A 1x8. I need that. Need two of those actually. That one. That should be the 1x10. Yep. So flip this over. Just to put the 1x10, you know. Very productive indeed. Well, that's good. It is nice to feel productive. I hate when you're at work and you feel like you got nothing done. Sometimes you didn't even get anything done. It's just like, wow, what a waste of a day. So I write emergency operations plans and stuff for different disasters. And there are times I get writer's block. And I just sit there staring at my screen going, right? Then I really feel like a wasted day because I didn't write anything. There. They call what I do a full-time job, but I get it done by 10 and then do other stuff the rest of the day. So I had something similar when I was in the military. At one point in time, I was what they call a training manager. So I kept track of everybody's training, you know, when they did it last, when they're due again, stuff like that. And so every Monday, I would go through all the different databases, pull everybody's training records, and then I would consolidate them into one location. And then I would have to sort through them and find out who's coming due on what, you know, who's within 30 days, who's overdue, you know, such and such. I was also the deployment manager, which meant if anybody was not up to date on their training, they couldn't deploy. So I had to keep track of that as well. And so it took me all day Monday, Tuesday, and half of Wednesday to do that report. Well, I decided one day, you know what? This is dumb. So I got with a buddy of mine who happened to be a programmer, and he helped me write a code. So all I had to do was download the training reports from the different databases, and then I could run the program, and it would import all the documents into one Excel database, and then it would sort through the database looking for all the different parameters, and it would spit out a product that had everything highlighted in yellow that was due within 30 days, anything that was overdue in red, and give me a nice little report. I was like, sweet. So it went from taking me 2.5, almost 3 days to do this report to half a day. And the biggest part of that was downloading all the reports. If you could legally marry Excel, you would do it today. All right, so I see that my little bot popped up saying ads will be starting soon, probably here in the next couple of minutes. It's a 3-minute block of ads. We do it once per hour. It limits the interruptions to the stream, and it gives everybody a chance to get up, stretch, get a drink, maybe get something to eat, a little snacky snack. Even maybe use the restroom if need be. I do not build during the ads, so if you're not subscribed or if you don't have Turbo, don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. I can't guarantee that when I play video games, but that being said, it's not a ploy to get you to subscribe or have Turbo. It's just a fact of life. Doing the 3-minute ads also gets rid of the pre-rolls, so as soon as people come in, they can see the greatness that is Tuca. And when the ads are done, we'll meet back up on the other side and we'll start building again. I may continue on conversing with the other people that are in my stream, but just know that I will not build. I might go and pick up pieces for the next few steps, but I'm not going to build until we all come back. I did that. Wow. Oh, and there we are wearing ads.
And of that, I still have the fucking colors I need to do once a month.
I thought I lost my embroidery needle, but it was magnetically attached to my scissors.
Those are the
Which Irish author penned the philosophical novel The Picture of Dorian Gray?
Oh, I don't.
I figured you would know.
I used to know.
Uh, I can't even grab the pieces for the next few steps because it all revolves around putting this on and routing it around. So. There's a black piece in here I need. Maybe it's not black. Maybe it's, yeah, it's dark brown. Okay, there's that. I need that, and then 5 of these 1x4 or 2x4s. There's that step. 2x10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 of those. And then 3 of these for that step. One, two, three, four. That for the next one. I
believe this is
right. Oscar Wilde, the mastermind behind the classic novel The Picture of Dorian Gray. I feel like I should have known that.
I feel like I did.
Thing. I think Mr. Moran would be mad if found out that I forgot that. Alright, so this goes over. Those go under. Sure what that was, but he's dead now. All right, so we got that there. Welcome back, everybody. So, Shield, you found well, I guess you found your needle since you said it was embroidered. Since it was magnetically connected to or attached to your scissors. All right, so we flip this over. Where does this go? Looks like it goes. One, two, and falling in love. Gotta stop every once in a while so I don't get hit with a copyright for singing. 2, 3. That goes right. No, you stupid thing! It goes right here. At the half. 1, 2. Okay, got it in the right. And it moves freely. All right, we flip this back over. All right. Me to the line. And then we got to feed this wire down this line here. We have this, these two. My alerts aren't going off. I didn't notice that Sergeant Dingo followed, or Kitten.
Opened it.
Yeah, I turned it on. I just happened to look up and saw that Sergeant Dingo and Kitten followed. But I don't remember it going off. Like an angiogram? So, Teal, what are you trying to make? You said your embroidery needle was attached to your scissors. What you trying to make? Maniac. Right back. Check, check. Need those. It doesn't hurt at all. Don't worry, I know who sings this song. Me. All right, so that goes there. Wait, where'd that piece come from? Oh, there. You would suck the. Doesn't hurt at all. Crocheting some critters for a stop motion thingy I'm doing with you're doing with your friend. Cool. There we go. Hey now, no, don't be coming out the other side. There we go. Excuse me. Uh-oh, I got Carrot excited. His little carrot is jumping up and down. That didn't sound right. My bad, Carrot. Oh, by the way, if you don't like the music, just stick around. It'll change because there is a conglomerate of music types here in this house. Everybody pretty much uses the same Amazon app to listen to their music. So you'll hear everything from hard rock, heavy metal, um, country, classic rock, electronica. There might even be some disco, some sea shanty. Just stick around. I'm sure a song will come around that you'll like. Let's see here. I told him a little about the project and it's pretty cool. Oh, okay. That's why he's so excited. Polyamorous, yes. Kind of have to be in this household though. If you're not polyamorous, you'll hate life. My favorite music genres are uh, classic country, classic rock, and hard rock. Um, my son likes electronica, techno kind of stuff. Uh, I've gotten into sea shanty. Golly, yes, hush. Hey, listen here.
I saw it in the book the other day, and I'm like,
You hush. Wife's over here giving me crap because I have a hard time pronouncing existential.
I knew it. You were gonna get stuck.
I'm in the U.S. Central Time Zone. Yes, I have a hard time pronouncing existential.
So I think you see what you're having.
God, ruthless,
It
ruthless.
keeps you grounded.
Golly. Y'all probably even hear half of what she's talking about over here. And yeah, I was talking to the wife. I was telling her to listen here. Being a little turd. And yes, I can call her a little turd. What the heck happened there?
It Mark. I don't know. Miller said, I don't know.
I mean, you're not wrong. Automod is a crack addict, but I can call her a little shit because she's like a foot shorter than I am.
Yes, and
My wife.
I don't know. You only need a lead. There might.
I'm worried what's in your internet searches now. Are we on an FBI watch list? Yeah, it doesn't matter, Teal. You can sit there and spell it out like that. Existential. Existential. And as soon as I leave my computer here and go chit chat with my buddy, it's going to be existential. It's existential. There's no helping it. What's funny is him and I both were, you're the shit who married her. I'm just happy she said yes. But see, I'm not a little shit because I outweigh her by like 100 pounds and I'm taller than her by like a foot. She's the little shit. Feels messing me up here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at in my step here. Like, wait, what part do I need
I
now?
was learning.
Yes, I'm a big shit. Big old turd. Well, I don't tell her no very often, so I guess I'm a smart shit. I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. Your PayPal's acting up.
The money that
5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. 1, 2, 3. Plus that one is 4. All right. Oh no, I'm still missing stuff. 1, 2, 3. Give me that. All right. Yeah, you're good at distracting me. My brain doesn't work as good as it used to anyway. So don't take much. And
series,
yeah.
but I see what I did. Never money, just I would put cards so
Ah.
I had
So the Chick-fil-A stuff didn't come out?
it came out.
Okay.
On
Okay.
the Disney.
Right. No one's talky and thinky parts work when they're streaming. That's true, but I almost said walkie-talkie. My walkie-talkie parts don't work either. My talky thinky parts don't work ever, apparently. We're just going to do a walk and talk here while I'm seated. Seems legit. Bet y'all didn't know I could do that, did y'all? It's that Y chromosome. It'll get you every time. You ain't lying. Men are dumb. I heard that. You didn't have to agree so quickly. I mean, I know you agree, but you didn't have to voice it so quickly. I don't know what women see in men. They're a bunch of idiots, morons. I know. The bear's looking good.
Bear is get chosen every day.
Ah.
I want to remember that Canadian dog going, hey, no. The bear just turns around and walks away.
Women see a fixer-upper project. Ah! See, if in order to be a fixer-upper, it has to be able to be fixed.
That's like looking at a Victorian that nobody's lived in for 30 years and going, it's got good bones. It's got good bones. They're looking at the bare bones, but that is almost dead. There's no bones. No bones. That one hand running on that wheel hard.
Women don't care. It's the effort that counts. Well, I'm not going to say that women should or should not continue helping men along, but I will say I appreciate it because there's a lot of shit I don't think I could have done without the help of my wife. So, what I really hear though is women see men like an old classic car. That's what men, that like what men see in an old classic car. Like, I could fix that up, and then it just sits in the garage for the next 30 years. There's a Nido King in there for the people playing the Pokemon's games. Kitten, how are you? I know you have the no sound thing there, but just in case you actually have sound this time. Hopefully you're doing good. What's that? Oh, wow. Oh, let me go grab bag 9. We'll start on bag 9. 9, 9. Oh, that off. That will not survive the drop test. We make the joke a lot in our house that the only thing I'm good for is opening jars, and we have a jar opener now, so I'm not even good for that anymore. Family don't need me to open their jars. All right. 8x10. I take in my job. If only. Oh, it's a 6x10. It looks like an 8. Like the letter 8. Today's number, or today's letter is 3. Big Bird, 3 is not a letter, it is a number. Today's letter is joint. Big Bird, joint is a word. Come on, I need a 6. All these 8s. Oh, they're in here. What? Why are they in here instead of over there with all the others? 1, 2, 3. Pull the pin. Cuckoo. Yeah, so when we took our flight earlier, I'm sure some of y'all saw the cuckoo clock on the wall. That was my grandparents' cuckoo clock that I bought for them back in 2005. And it was, I call it the upgraded graphics version of the one that they already had. They had one they received as a wedding gift. And mine looks pretty much identical to it, just like I said, with upgraded graphics. So theirs had the deer head, the leaves, the squirrels, everything. However, their deer head only had like 3 antlers on each side, and it was poorly carved. Um, the squirrels weren't as detailed and stuff. So mine, the one I gave them was just like the one that they currently had. Just it looked nicer. Let's see here. What we got? Papa needs a new pair of shoes. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Ah, another one of my names. No, I'm the old man. Just when I was in the military, my airman always called me Grandpa. I started going, yeah, back in my day, sonny, back in WW9. I got a kick out of it. Those are just all flat pieces. Oh. He does. I need to make that light. Or not light, dark. To the flame. Oh my god. I just thought about, where you said the up on these new pair of shoes. Have you seen the video of the grandpa who got light up sneakers? Oh my god, he was so enthusiastic. Got a new pair of light up sneakers for his birthday, I think it was, or Christmas, one of the two. And he's like, "What? Get out of here!" I thought it was hilarious. I thought, you know what? If I got some light up shoes at the age of like 70 or whatever, I'd be ecstatic too. The long hair. No, no, don't be breaking apart. Oh, meow, 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 meow. Give me- Will you give me a reason to feel like I belong here? Nope, wrong way. I did the other one the wrong way? Oh, biscuit eaters. God damn it, that's right. Of course, I looked down and saw Dodd and thought instantly DOD, Department of Defense. Then my brain instantly went to military grade, which is. Ugh. Occupational hazard. Back. I steer clear of anything that says that it's military grade. I know what military grade means. It means it was built by the lowest bidder. C plus as if. C plus. I wish military grade meant C plus.
Say,
One, two, three. Need one. All right, so this one goes there. One goes there. One goes there. This one goes there. What was that movie with Bruce Willis and they're going to go take out the asteroid? Armageddon.
it totally wouldn't have worked. They come up with something.
That old boy as they're blasting off. I was like, how's it feel to be on the top or the tip of 2 million moving parts, all built by the lowest bidder? That has never been more truer. I felt that in my soul. The Viper is not in your Pokédex, kitten. Should get on that. Get the Viper. I caught it. I caught the Viper. Need that one. That one. Need 3 of these. Out there on the kitchen counter. Oh, I did something wrong. Not to worry. It's not entirely jacked up. I was just doing the step next. Supposed to be a 3 that's a black. I don't see it. There it is. It's in the. It's hiding. It's just mostly dead. Semantics. So if you beat something half to death twice, is it full dead? Or is it
Oh,
a
no,
quarter dead?
It's
Some antics are totally worth it. Some antics are. Or scare someone half to death twice. Yeah, if you scare someone half to death twice, I'm pretty sure that would also be that they would be 3/4 dead. Because it's VA math. For instance, when military members retire and they're dealing with the VA for their VA benefits, you would think that by telling the VA that you have this disability that makes you 50% disabled and this disability that makes you another 50% disabled, that'd be 100%.
Nope.
Not the way it works. What they do is they go, okay, so you're 100% able. This disability makes you 50% disabled. So now you're 50% able. And this disability makes you 50% disabled. So you're 50% disabled of the 50% able. So now you're 75% disabled. And it just keeps scaling like that. So there's some VA math for you in case you ever wondered how the VA works and why military members or veterans or whatever are so pissed when dealing with the VA. Because the rules are arbitrary and they don't mean anything. Does that show whose line is it anyway? Where the rules are made up and they don't mean anything. So if you're 100% mentally unstable, then they issue me a firearm. Fun times are had by all. That's what we're going to go with. Fun times are had by all.
the weapon protect us.
They're not the dumbest.
They
They
scored the
just
lowest
use
on the
they just
ASVAB.
they just scored the lowest on the ASVAB. Doesn't mean they're dumb. They're smarter than the Army or the Marines.
True, because they got in there, but by the skin of their teeth.
Schematics.
Never has a statement. You can, the guy who charges it.
Your teeth have skin. It's time for a dental visit. Nah, you just need a toothpick to get the. Never mind. I was fixed to go full Jeffrey Dahmer there. Thank goodness you're a giraffe. Hey, you get all the good leaves that nobody else gets because you can get to the top of the trees. Hey, we get to do it again on the other side. Yay! I'm a very useful person. I got to open that jar. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Very useful engine. No, jar opener. I can't open her. So I can open cans too. I'm a multi-use tool. Now, granted, I had to use a P38 to get the, the can, but George, get her done. Damn Skippy, y'all. Woohoo! I tell you what. What? I just told you. Darn tootin' Skippy. When I talk like that, my wife's like, why did I marry that fool? That military gravy train, right? All the pennies. Ah. Hey, we gonna be rich just as soon as my rich uncle gets out of poorhouse. You know what? I think I might love myself. I'm happy in a tornado in a trailer park. Wee-hoo! I don't go that way. Nah. That's right. I have a craving for Larry's. Ocean Ranger. Think I might love myself. More nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rockers. His pocketbook's tighter than a frog's butt in a watermelon seed fight. Just realized my sunglasses are still on my head. The only reason I realized that is because I went to scratch my head and hit my sunglasses. Motion rearranging. Think of my. Here's the thing about the long-tailed cat. Just stick its tail up in the air. You'll be all right. Stop trying to swing it underneath the rockers. You silly goober, game is on fire. I know, you should feel for my wife. She has to put up with this every day. As long as I don't start doing my gump. My Forrest Gump impersonation makes her stabby. You leave my chainsaw out of this. It didn't do nothing to you. We ain't talking about that either. Rude. Gotta go save Bubba. I could. Yes, shrimp is a bottom feeder. Up there. All right, so it says here ads will be starting soon. I put all the ads into one 3-minute block. This way it reduces the interruptions to the stream to once per hour. I will not be building during the break. So feel free to get up, get you a drink, get you a snacky snack, maybe even use the restroom if need be, do some stretches, practice some self-care. I will be gathering up the resources we need for the next steps as that's going on. Ads will start in 1 minute. All right, cool. I'm going to get up and stretch a little bit, so I'll put my be right back screen up, but I'll still be around here so I can monitor chat and stuff. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to ask me, I can answer them while we're in break. Or if you want, I can wait until we come back from break and answer them then. Anyway, if you are subscribed or you have Turbo, you don't get ads. Not employed to make you get. It's not employed to have you subscribe or get Turbo. Just know that that's a thing. And it's not employed because I don't build during the breaks. Now, if I'm playing a video game, can't help that. You're not here for the video games. You're here for me. trying to figure out what step I'm freaking. Oh, I'm on 404. No wonder I can't find it. And there we are. We are in ads. There's that. And put my Be Right Back screen up. I will be back momentarily. I just need to stretch a little bit. Meow! I hear you, kitty. Oh, crap. Cuckoo clock's a little behind. I can never seem to get that cuckoo clock on time. It was on time. Well, no, it was on time before the tree hit the house. And ever since then, I have not been able to get it back on time. Oh, no, wait. No, I did get it back on time. But the pendulum fell one day when I was rewinding it or winding it up, whatever. And ever since that pendulum fell, I cannot get it on time. All right. So that's the next step. Well, that's the step that we're on, step 404. Let's get the stuff for the next step, 405. All right, so there's step 405. And then step 406. All right, there's the next 3 steps. Do that. And that. There's the next 4 steps. All right. Come back up here. And we're back. Hopefully we're back. Everybody back? Let's see here. Where were we at? We're here. We're on step 404, which can't be found, so that is the problemo. All right, there we go. We finished step 404. Let go. That you're only one step away. Stick that there. And we have this here. So there's step 405. Just in case some of y'all were still in ads. Said everybody was back, but you know, sometimes I know ads run longer on for some than others. Why don't immediately start back? That there. That there. There. Need a 3. And then some 4s. Teal, when are you streaming again? It's me. There we go. Where was I at? 409. All right. 410. For those not following Teal, there's Teal's channel. Brain. Mr. Brain. Nope. Let's see. This one goes here. Nope, nope. Right there. It's the late night. Don't miss you at all. We can't send you. Don't miss the re. Uh-uh. All right. This way. Okay. Dad gummit. That's the wrong one. Working on this one over here. I don't understand this. So for whatever reason, we did the same thing with these two pieces here. We just covered them up with these brown pieces. But why is this one a 2 and this one a 4? But it's covered. I don't get it. There's a Wild Ralts in chat for those playing the Pokemon game. On lineup. All right. So there's our roof, mostly. We will finish it with bag 10 next time. Yeah, there's more down there than really time for. So, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it next time. We'll just come up with something else to do after we're done with it. Maybe we'll work on the community Lego build. Let's see here. Ow. There's those boxes. Stick those there. So it's not going on to the train station yet. But when it does, I already know which way it's going because the lighting stuff. So you see this piece right here? It will coincide with this piece right here. So it'll go on just like so. But we got to build these pieces here. There's a clock tower that goes in the center here. And it looks like there's a little cactus or whatever side piece that goes off to the side somewhere that I'm probably going to connect to it. That way it's all one piece. But there we go. I would like to, at some point, get the railroad from underneath the train over there and attach to this and spread it out and have the whole thing, which I'll probably do when we complete it. But then this set here is going up to my work and being displayed on a bookcase up at work. So that's the current plan for it anyway. Yeah, let's see if we can find somebody to raid out to. Oh, you can bookmark it, but it's in Chinese. But we're on 271. That's what page we're on. Not that anybody will remember that. All right, so we got GH. He's on 9.5 is on. I like G. I'm like Book. I have a hard time rating into new people because I've rated into new people before and gotten burned. And I like to show love to my friends. And I consider GH a friend. Alright. Don't mock my keyboard, it's dirty. I know. This keyboard's probably older than some people. Yeah, this keyboard is older than some people here. We'll do raid GH 316. We'll put Alex in the 316 whether she wants to or not. I know she mods GH a lot. But she said she was sleepy earlier, so we'll throw her in there, and that way she can mod in her sleep. All right, so here's our raid. I copied the message. I have a bad habit of not copying my own raid message. All right, and then we'll do a shout out for GH. Just in case anybody gets left behind, you'll know where we went. And I'll probably be off Friday. So I'll probably stream again on Friday. We'll finish this up on Friday. I'm not supposed to be off, but there's no way in the world that I'm going to be able to not get 23 hours, I think it is what I have left in like 2 days. So, and I still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's 4 days to get 23 hours. I'll be off Friday, even if I have to take a sick day. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. But again, thank you all for being here. Thank you to Book Loving Builder for the tier 1 sub at 24 months. Thank you to Carrot Cleric for the rating party of 13. Sergeant Dingo Pants and Kitten for the follows. I know Teal Giraffe followed last week, so thank you, Teal, for that. We'll see y'all on Friday. And remember, if you're struggling with mental health, dial 988. And if you're a veteran, it's option 3 or 1. I think it's 3. Y'all have a good one.